Now coming to the most important CDK, that is mCDK. It is also called as the mitosis CDK and it is a mitosis promoting factor. This mCDK synthesizes in S and G2 phase and it regulates or induces the chromosomal condensation, breakdown of nuclear envelope and then assembly of spindle fiber for the segregation of chromosome. All these 5 function by mCDK is governed by the phosphorylation of different protein. Firstly, it phosphorylates the condensin protein that is involved in the condensation of chromosome. Then it phosphorylates the laminin protein that forms a network of fibers just near the or under the nuclear envelope. When this laminin is phosphorylated, the dissolution of nuclear envelope occurs. Further, it phosphorylates 4 other protein. These are microtubule dependent motor protein, microtubule associated protein that is called as MAPS, polo-like kinase that is involved in the assembly of spindle fibers, and then it also phosphorylates the aurora kinase that is involved in the chromosomal segregation. All these 6 protein, condensin, laminin, microtubule dependent motor protein, MAPS, polo-like kinase and aurora kinase are phosphorylated by the single CDK, that is mCDK, and all the 5 functioning are done by this in a cell cycle regulation process. All the chromosomes are correctly attached to the spindle fibers or microtubule, then mCDK get activated. This activates APC by C or anaphase promoting complex called as the cyclosome. This is further fully activated by the binding of 2 other proteins, that is CDC20 and CDH1. CDC20 is always active while CDH1 is inactive in early mitosis phase, but it get active during M2G1 phase. The binding of these 2 proteins mediate a cell to make a transition from metaphase to anaphase. But if there is any defect in DNA replication or the chromosomes are not uniformly binded to the spindle fibers, then 2 other protein MAD2 and BUBR1 are binded to this protein complex and make it inactive. Then cell is seized to, or it doesn't make a transition from metaphase to anaphase, and then cell cycle is regulated at M phase. Cell has many checkpoints and all the checkpoints of a cell cycle can be basically divided into 3 basic checkpoints. First is the cell cycle checkpoint that works at G1 phase, where a cell integrates with the basic mitotic or inhibitory signals and thus decides whether it has to proceed, pause or exit from the cell cycle. The second is the DNA damage checkpoint, where a cell checks that DNA are completely replicated or is there any mutation or the chromosomes has any mutation or not. Then this checkpoint has further 3 checkpoint, that is G1 by S, intra S and G2 by M checkpoint. Third is the spindle assembly checkpoint that is called SAC, where the spindle fibers attached to the chromosomes are in a proper way or not is checked out, and this mitotic checkpoint is further regulated by a number of protein, that is MAD1, MAD2, MAD3, BUB1 and BUB2, while the MAD3 is replaced by BUR1 in mammals. This spindle assembly checkpoint finds or checks that the chromosomes are attached to the 2 different spindle fibers or microtubules of the 2 poles or not, whether they are attached to only a single microtubule from one pole or whether they are attached to the same microtubule from the same polar region, and this is divided into amphitelic where they are attached to both poles, monotelic where they are attached to only single pole, or syntelic where a chromosome is attached to the microtubule from a single pole but to the 2 kinetochore of a chromosome. This 3 checkpoints, cell cycle checkpoint, DNA damage checkpoint and spindle assembly checkpoint, together comes under the complete assembly of proteins for the cell cycle regulation. When a cell undergoes cell cycle, then there might be some damages in the DNA and it lead to DNA damage signaling. This damage of the DNA may be due to exogenous, external or endogenous internal mutants or chemicals or some other facts. The DNA damage might be of two types, double strand break or wide range of DNA lesion. If there is double strand break in the DNA, means the strand got break, then it activates a signaling pathway, that is ATM pathway. If there is wide range of DNA lesions in the DNA, then it activates another pathway, that is called ATR pathway. The ATM pathway is called as ataxia telangiectasia mutated pathway, while the ATR pathway is called as ataxia telangiectasia RAD3 related pathway. Both of these pathways are very close and related to each other, and they are serine and threonine kinases, means they phosphorylate the serine and threonine kinases of the CDK. Thus they arrest a cell to move and protect a cell to move from one phase to another phase. Now coming to the point that how ATM and ATR pathway works. When in a cell cycle there is a double strand break, then at the region of the double stranded break, a special protein that is called mRNA, or that is a complex of MRE11, RAD50 and NBS1 protein, comes and bind to this region. When mRNA is binded here, then ATM comes and bind to it. Then this activate the CHK2 by phosphorylating it, that is a diffusible kinase, and this CHK2 then further activate P53, that is a tumor suppressor gene, means that suppresses the tumor formation. When this P53 is activated, then this causes the checkpoint arrest. If in a cell cycle there is a single strand break or the DNA lesions, then another protein that is called as RPA and ATRIP. RPA is replication protein A and ATRIP is the ATR interacting protein. When there is a break, then both of these protein comes and bind to this single stranded break region. When both of these are binded here, then the ATR comes and bind to this, and further this complex activate the CHK1 by phosphorylating it, and this CHK1 is also a diffusible kinase. When this CHK1 is activated, then it activates the CDC25, which we have studied in the MCDK pathway, where this dephosphorylate the MCDK at 14th position of the threonine, and thus when MCDK is activated, then it causes the checkpoint arrest at M phase.